Welcome back to Rocket School. JT here. In the last video, we made a public-private key pair for logging in, which allows you to log in without the need for extra steps of typing in an admin username and password on the node. So what we're going to do today is actually remove the ability for anybody to get into your node with the admin username and password. We are going to harden SSH. Let's get started. Essentially, we're removing the ability to log in with an ID and password into your node so that even if anybody knows the ID and password of your node, they will not be able to enter. They will be required to have a key pair. This key pair is what we set up in the last video. First, from your client machine, we need to SSH into the node. And again, you do that by typing SSH, the username of the admin account, and then an @ symbol, and then the IP address of the node, which for us is 192.168.64.3. As you'll notice, we successfully logged in and we did not need to enter a password. Everything is looking good here. To disable SSH access using password authentication, we will be using the nano editor. Type sudo nano, then the location of the configuration file, which should be /etc/SSH, and then the rest of the command. Make sure you copy that out of the description below this video. From here, you'll need to enter your admin password to edit this file. Plainly, you can see this file is quite large. Press the down arrow and look for the line labeled permit root login. Scroll down when you see the authentication section. You know you're getting close. And there you have it, 2 lines down. We are going to do something called uncomment. Fun fact time. You ready for this? Uncommenting is a technique used to enable a line of code or configuration that has been turned off. Move the cursor to the letter P in permit and then backspace to remove the £sign. Leave it just like that. So now the next line that we're going to be looking for is pub key or public key authentication, which is just a few lines down. So again, uncomment that line by removing the £sign and leave it at yes. The next line we're looking for is password authentication, which is around 20 lines or so down. Again, uncomment that line by backspacing out the £sign. Password authentication is currently set to yes, but we want to disable that. Hit the right arrow key and backspace out the word yes and type no. Now, passwords can no longer be used for SSH, only private public key pairs. The line underneath says permit empty password. Same thing. We're going to backspace out the £sign, which will uncomment that line and leave it at no. We don't want to allow empty passwords either. Now we have disabled passwords, including the ability to have empty passwords. These are the only lines that need to change in this file. Hotkey Control-X and type Y for yes to save the changes. This will write these changes to the config file and that is it. Type in the prompt or copy from the description below, the one that says sudo systemctl restart or something like that. Paste it in and then hit enter. This will restart your SSH server and the new configuration will take effect. Again, this process prevents username and password credentials from being used over SSH. Now, only public-private key pairs. Trust but verify. Let's exit all the way out of the node and head back at our local client machine by typing exit at the prompt. Now the connection to our node is now closed. Next, check the connection by logging into the node with the following. Type SSH, and then for us, Rocket School at 192.168.64.3, and we're in. With this, we have made it so that you can only get into the node with our public-private key pair. We've disabled passwords, disabled empty passwords, and can use a public-private key system to secure the connection. Excellent job, you've done it. Another step down, just a few more to go. Well, quite a few more to go, but what the heck, we're here, let's do it. On behalf of Rocket School, my name is JT.